this thing on? Is this working? Okay, right, cool. So what is going up, guys? It is Tom and welcome back to a brand new video. And I know it's been a long time since I've done one of these, and I've quite frankly forgotten how to do one of these. But first things first, if you notice, I've got a very strange voice, and that's because I've recently just had a cold and I've still got a bit of a very deep voice which I'm struggling to sort of get rid of, and I'm sort of stuck with this. But as you know, the uploads have been very unfrequent and just not been a part of my channel recently, and so far 2017 has been a very poor year for my channel. With this video I'm hoping to say things are going to change. Now, I don't want to keep saying the same thing all the time because I know it gets repetitive, boring, and eventually it seems like empty words being spoken. But this is a stamp where I want to say to myself, you know what, that's it now, I've had my time off, you know, I've given up my excuses, I've had my issues, but now is a time to grind and crack on with this thing. Now, 2017, the first, 3 months, 4 months almost, just been very poor, but now it's time to really kick things into action. So, where have I been? Obviously, you guys would have seen the few odd uploads on my channel since the new year, and obviously I did get my new graphics card and I haven't really put it to great use. However, I've had a few things going on. Ever since I had that period where my graphics card wasn't working and I couldn't do videos, my routine eventually didn't involve making videos, and I've become used to not having to do YouTube in my life, and I did that for about 2 months, and all of a sudden having to try and find time to put this back into my life has actually been more of a struggle than I initially anticipated. Along with this, also the last 2.5 weeks I've been full of exams, and I've literally had no time to even concentrate. Obviously I'll say the last 2 weeks of exams, but even before that I was trying to do some revision and also start studying beforehand. So the last month or so I've just been really full of exams and just busy overall. Also, I've had a few issues going in where I work at my job, whether I'm going to be staying there or continuing and whatnot. And also, just as a whole, like I said, I was ill the last week, and even though I will admit, 2 weeks ago I recorded 2 separate videos. They're on my PC, they just need to be edited, but because I got ill I couldn't do any sort of commentary or anything like this, and I'm still struggling to speak right now. I can feel myself struggling to speak as of this second. But obviously, like I said at the start of the video, I can't really make too many excuses. At the end of the day, it's been a lack of responsibility on my behalf, and all I can say is sorry, and hopefully start from this point onwards, especially now the Easter break and the Easter holiday coming up, I can really try and grind out content for you guys. Now, I've got a few ideas up my sleeve. Obviously, Career Mode will continue, the Mixture Maker Career Mode will continue. The Mixture Maker, when I'm thinking I'm going to do Season 1 and stop it until the new game comes out, possibly, depending on how much time I have left. I might do a Season 2 or not. We'll have to wait and see, and also what you guys want to watch on the channel. In terms of Career Mode, I'm going to finish this season and also do another one, and I'm going to do something a little bit interesting because basically the R&D is becoming a little bit stale, so I'm basically going to reset the Career Mode, but you guys wouldn't notice the difference, and I'm going to sign for a completely different team. All the teams will be available for voting at the end of the season. You guys will get to vote what team I go to for Season 3, but I've already got a few teams in mind that I want you guys to vote for specifically, but we'll get into that later on down the line once the season comes to a close. Also, in terms of other series on the channel, obviously you guys may have seen that Strat to Glory came to an end. However, we do have a plan B. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to involve all 3 of us. However, me and Callum have been holding talks about a series we want to do. We did try at the start of the F1 2016 game, however, the interest wasn't there, and we decided to not continue with the series. However, now that the game's got a bit stale, and there's not a lot of videos in the F1 community, and there's not a great variety of content, we feel like now is a good time to relaunch our co-op Career Mode. I'm not going to say this is official as of right now because I know Callum's got a lot of exams coming up. I believe his AS now coming up in June, so I don't want to force him to do recording and stuff like that when he's hasn't got that much time. So that's a bit of a interrogation mark at the moment, but the idea is to do a co-op and for it to be different and not be the same old boring co-op of always. We're going to do a custom calendar. It's still probably going to be 20, 21 races, whatever it is, but we're just doing a different order to make it interesting and sort of freshen things up a little bit. In terms of other things, I've got a few series planned with other YouTubers. I've got a little thing lined up with possibly Hayden Gullis. If you guys don't know who he is, I'll leave a link to his channel in the description down below. You guys can go check him out for yourselves, but we've got a little video lined up, a little something special, a little bit different, and if you guys do like it, then it might be something that can stay on the channel, and I might do with a few other YouTubers down the line. Overall, those are some of the plans that I have along with the normal series, so there could be up to 4 series on the channel at one time if I'm lucky enough I have enough time to pull it all off. But the goal is to really try and push. I want to try, it's going to be a hard target to hit, but I feel like I can do it. I want to try and smash 10,000 by the time the new F1 game comes out, or if not, be very close to that milestone, because I've been sat on 6,000 for way too long, and this year's been a very poor year. Like I said, the first 3 months I've basically wasted, and my target is 15,000 by the end of the year. So I really need to step my game up, and obviously doing that, the only way that's going to get better is by uploading videos. So hopefully you guys do look forward to that, and I don't want to ramble on for too long, but also just a side note and a little bit of extra content for this video. What do you guys think of the 2017 season? Obviously, my predictions have already been said. I spoke about me, Arav, and Callum on our podcast, the Pit Lane Podcast on Arav's channel. Cheeky little plug right there. There'll be links in the description down below to Arav's channel and also our SoundCloud for the Pit Lane Podcast. And I do recommend you go and check it out over there. And also you get to see my Cal and Arav's predictions for the entire 2017 season, and specifically the Australian Grand Prix. But so far, qualifying today, I didn't watch it because obviously I went out last night, and the whole exam period I've had, I felt so tired. I just needed a good night's sleep, and I just couldn't get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I tried to get up, and the bed was just, it was pulling me back down. It was holding me down. It was saying just stay in bed and keep sleeping. So I couldn't watch qualifying live, and also I was going to watch the rerun around 2 PM, but I did actually go out for a meal with my family, so I couldn't watch the rerun. So I just decided to go on Twitter and basically find out for myself. And qualifying was fairly interesting, I've got to say. It does set us up for a quite tasty race tomorrow. Hopefully, you know, the Prancing Horses can do something off the start line that make it quite interesting for the whole race. And just a shout out to like people like Antonio Giovinazzi getting P16, absolutely incredible result. Sauber as a whole pulling one out the bag. Also Alonso getting McLaren out of trouble, and also Julian Palmer, what are you doing, mate? So overall, a few stories to qualify. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of qualifying so far, and what you think of the race tomorrow. What's going to happen there? Who do you think is going to win the race? Who's going to, you know, try and make something spectacular happen? And you know, any sort of little F1 talk you want to get going in the comments down below, that'd be great to see, and I'll try to reply to every single one of your comments. But nevertheless, guys, I'm not going to ramble on for too long. So if you did enjoy the video, then a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated, and you should expect a video tomorrow, and that should be the Mick Schumacher career mode. So keep an eye out for that. I believe it's either Canada or Austria. I actually can't remember because it's been that long since I last did a video, but keep an eye out for that. That'll be out tomorrow, and hopefully you guys do look forward to it. If I remember correctly, it's quite a good race. But nevertheless, if you did enjoy the video, like I said, then a thumbs up would be appreciated. Also, if you can subscribe to my channel down below, I believe it's down there. And like I said, check out the Pit Lane Podcast, check out Hayden's channel, check out Callum as well. And yeah, guys, that's about this video. Hopefully you did enjoy it, and I'll see you on my next one very soon, which will be tomorrow. And yeah, goodbye.